Is going to be kind of short, but it's going to be very intense and pretty technical. I'm going to walk through really how to use LinkedIn's messaging tools. And so long story short, guys, if you go to your LinkedIn profile, and I'm using Mark Fantasio's profile. He's been generous enough to let us use his today. He's actually on today's call. Let me just kind of walk you through what you can do, and then I'll try to train you how to do it. So if you go to connections, okay, you're going to see that Mark's got about 390 connections. And real quick, if I click on benefit clients here, you're going to see 50 of his benefits clients come up. So I actually can hit select all and hit send a message. And long story short, can actually send a message out to those 50 clients via LinkedIn. So most common question I get is well, wait a minute, Ken. You're telling me that you can select the people you're connected to, send them a message. Now, where does that message go, first off? Well, the message goes to the connection's email. Okay, so the most common question I get with that is, well, it seems like a lot of work when I can just go on email and send all my clients an email, right? That doesn't, aren't we doing the same thing here, Ken? And the answer is yes, we are doing the same thing, but I'm very confident the results are different. And here's what I mean. If I have found that if I personally send an email to 1,000 of my clients, usually around 45% of them will open and read the email, okay? I have found that if I send the same clients the same message through LinkedIn, I get around 85% open rate. Now, I constantly study these statistics. Again, guys, I don't have much time in my day. I'm constantly on the move. To me, it's always about the percentages, playing the percentages, and if you play the percentages each day at the highest possible percentage, at the end you're usually successful. So I guess my point is this. LinkedIn offers these tools that allow you to send a message out to our clients, or people you're connected to, let's put it that way. The reason you would want to take the time to learn how it works and to build a database up is because of that 40% increase in read-throughs. And most common question I get from that is, well, why do you think that's happening? And the reason I think it's happening is because when you get a LinkedIn message from somebody, yes, it goes to your email, but it looks different. It looks a little bit unique in that email box. It'll say, you have received a message from your LinkedIn connection, Ken French. Most people today in 2013, they're so tapped into social media. It's new, it's refreshing, it's exciting. So people are much more likely to click on that. Oh, what's this message he sent me? It must be important. Whereas if I just sent them a traditional email, who knows what Ken's saying, same old stuff, and they kind of they skim it or they don't read it, they delete it, whatever. So that being said, the last week I did talk pretty substantially about the importance of getting connections, right? We talked about how to go into contacts and click on add connections, how to upload, and we talked about how you can upload in your Excel files and, or just connect into your Gmail or whatever and invite all your email addresses to connect. So that was step one of the process. Today what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about two steps. We're going to talk about organizing our connections. And if we look at Mark, if we look at his connections, we can see that he's got 390 total connections up here, right? And you'll see down here that he has, and again, I've just started to work with Mark on this and try to help him. You'll see that he's got a few what are called folders or tags. One is for partners, one is for friends, and then I just recently had him set up two more, benefit clients, P&C clients. And Mark really sells personal insurance and employee benefits. Then he's got colleagues and classmates. So what I would like you guys to do is I would like you to go into this tagged area and click on the Manage button, okay? And what we want to do is we want to set up folders that are target market or target specific and put our connections in these folders. When we create these folders, we don't want to put more than 50 connections in each folder. The reason is LinkedIn only allows us to mass message 50 people at once. So we want to keep it at 50 people each. So again, he's got two target markets, his employee benefits people and his P&C people. So if he's going to create another folder, we're going to call it Benefit Clients 2, okay? And I'm going to hit Add New Tag. And when I hit Finished, you're going to see that that folder, here it is, Benefits Clients 2, it's blank. So what everyone should be doing is they should be going into LinkedIn and they should be keeping an eye on this folder called Untagged, okay? That means that you've connected with those people, but you haven't organized them into subfolders, which pretty much means you cannot be aggressive with those group of connections. So if we go into Untagged, it's going to pull up all of Mark's clients that he hasn't put into subfolders, okay? So Mark, what I want you to do after today's webinar is go in here and find 50 more benefit clients. So what he would do is he would just put a check next to each person's name that's going to be a benefits client. And when you can see when I'm putting checks, it's moving the people over here, right here. It's moving them over here. And what you want to do is, and you can see it tells you how many are there. It says 6, right? 6 selected. So once that gets to 50, you want to click on the Edit Tagged button and select Benefit Clients 2 and hit Save. And you'll see over here now, there are 6 people in that folder. Those 6 people we selected, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in here and delete this because he's going to do it himself later. But my point is that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to set up folders where all our connections are set up in subfolders. And the reason we do this is very simple. I'm assuming that when you guys are sending out messages, there's some strategy involved. There's a thought process involved. You're not just sending out garbage. You're sending out, maybe this guy Mark is going to send out a healthcare reform alert to all his benefit clients. And maybe he's going to send out, hey, we now represent a new auto insurance company to all his P&C connections. So my point is this. The more specific you can make those folders, the more creative you can get with your marketing. And guys, again, as I mentioned 5-10 minutes ago, it's all about the percentages. If you want to keep things really generic and just send out messages to people that aren't really potential clients for that target, you're not going to get as many results. So the more specific you can make it, that means the more specific your message can be, and that's going to increase results. I mean, that's basic marketing 101. So that's what I would like you guys to do initially is get those folders set up. Remember, don't put more than 50 people in each folder. The reason being is it's going to create, it's all about efficiency. I mean, I can easily go through here, select this folder, hit select all, hit send message, have the message in Microsoft Word, copy and paste it right in and hit send, and then go back in and repeat the process 10 times, send the message out to 500 people in maybe under 3 minutes. So that's kind of where I'm trying to go with you guys, is if we can get organized here, we can set this stuff up, you're going to be able to rapidly be aggressive from a marketing standpoint, get a targeted message out to a targeted client base, and it's going to allow you to really get some results. And again, this is how I pretty much grew my business. It takes a while initially if you haven't put in the work, but once you get organized and once you get going, man, it's like LinkedIn really is like its own little database. And as I've mentioned to many of you guys before, LinkedIn it's exploding. It went from pretty much 70 million users to about 190 million users in the last year, and they're developing more and more features like this that are going to help you out. But it's like anything in life. If you don't do the little things to be successful, it's valueless to you. So my suggestion is put the time in, organize all your connections, obviously upload in all your clients, organize them, and you'll be better off. And really the system I've got it down to now, guys, is I don't have anybody in the untagged folder. And as I get new connections, it's nice because I'm keeping up. When I get a new connection, I'll just send them an email, hey, thanks for connecting. I'm doing X, Y, and Z now. If you have any questions, let me know. Then I organize them. I have a whole system. I organize them into the folders. And because I have that system, I'm only spending 2 or 3 minutes a day doing it. And it gives me the ability, if I want to send out 2, 3, 4, 5,000 emails when I really want to accomplish something. And that's the key to success. So I know today was short. I'm going to put this on YouTube. You probably want to go back in and watch it again because it's very highly technical, but it's just so important, beyond important. And this is the difference between beginner and expert at LinkedIn. The expert, he's doing this stuff, weekly. The beginner, they're just trying to connect with as many people as possible.